Hello, my name is Charles Eggenbacher, and I am a production student with Cohort 17 at the Guildhall at SMU. And today we will be going over a series of tutorials for the UDK Matinee. Please make sure you have the December 2011 build of UDK installed on your computer. Thank you for watching, and if you like our videos, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks! Now, in this video, I will teach you how to create a moving platform using Unreal Matinee. So for starters, you want to go ahead and load up the default map template in Unreal and create a thin platform piece using the geometry brush here. We're going to click the CSG add button, create a platform there. We're going to go ahead and slide that out of the way, and let's create build geometry just to solidify that. There we go. Okay, now our first step will be to convert this to a static mesh so that we can then add it as an interpolating actor, which will then allow us to animate the entire platform in Unreal Matinee. So we're going to go ahead and click on our new platform here in the side viewport, and we're going to select Convert to Static Mesh. Now this is going to bring up a new package window. You can name it whatever you like. Just make sure you remember the name because we will need to refer to this later. I'm going to go ahead and leave it named as my package. Grouping, we're going to call it static mesh, all one word. If you type in a space, it will give you an error. And we will call this platform Bob for simplicity's sake. There we go. Go ahead and click OK. Now, we're going to right-click on our platform again. And we're going to click Find in Content Browser. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll go ahead and just open up the content browser up here. Now what we're going to need to do is find Bob in the packages window here. So we're going to go ahead and type my package. And as you can see, that brings up the package that we just created. Now you'll notice here, Bob is a no collision model. This is a problem because if we were to walk on Bob right now, we would just walk right through him. And for the purposes of creating a moving platform that will take us upward, this is not good. So we're going to fix that right now. We will go ahead and right click on Bob here, and we're going to click Edit using Static Mesh Editor. Okay, now this opens up the editor window for static meshes, and this is where you can do a variety of things. This is also where you can edit the collision for many objects in UDK. That is a different animal entirely. For the purposes of this video, we'll go ahead and just click the collision button at the top and choose Auto Convex Collision. Then we'll click Apply, and as you can see here, it's added some green lines to Bob, and that denotes that he now has some collision. So we'll go ahead and close out of this window, and tell you what, before we exit out of this, you always want to save your new packages that you create so that you can always load them up and keep the meshes that you've made within them. Very good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and exit out of the content browser for now. We're going to right click in the world, and now UDK has given us the option to add interp actor. So go ahead and select add interp actor, and it goes ahead and adds an interp actor version of Bob. Now as you can see here, an interp actor shows up as pink, a kind of pink purpley wireframe here in the side mode. Now this is something that you can animate in Unreal Matinee, which we are now ready to do. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of the original Bob, and we'll go ahead and build geometry just so that we can view everything accurately here in the perspective window. Go ahead and close out of that, and we'll go ahead and move the new and improved platform animating version of Bob to position there. Very good, that should be great. Okay, now we're ready to animate. So go ahead and open up Unreal Kismet. You are going to right click in this open Kismet viewport and choose New Matinee. Now, we're going to double click on the Matinee viewport here, and this opens up Unreal Matinee. What we're going to do is with Bob selected here in the perspective viewport, go ahead and right click here in this window, and we're going to choose Add New and Empty Group. And for the purposes of this video, we'll go ahead and name it Platform. Okay. And then what we're wanting to do is we're wanting to move Bob upward. We're wanting to make his movement track go upward. So we're going to go ahead and right click on the new group that we just made and select New Movement Track. Now what this does is this adds a movement track within Unreal Matinee. So as you can see here, this has already added a keyframe here for us. What we're going to need to do in order to animate him upward is we're going to need to drag this black slider here, which denotes the timing and placement of the animation. We're going to place a new keyframe here, and this is going to be the final location of Bob's movement animation. So we're going to go up here to the Add Key button, and we're going to click that. Now what that did is you can see here with this little, it added this little caret. This is a keyframe here. Okay, so now all that's left to do is to physically move Bob along his animation path. So we're going to drag him vertically upwards here in the screen. Now, if you've done this correctly, you'll notice that you see a yellow line pop up here in UDK viewports. Now what that is that's Bob's movement path. Okay, so we see that here. Now we can actually preview this by clicking the stop button and then play. So as you can see, there we go. Bob is now animating. Very good. So now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and reset Bob there. Now we're going to close out of Unreal Matinee. And all that's left to do is to actually tell, we need to actually tell UDK when to animate Bob, when to initiate this matinee movement that we've seen here. And we're going to do this with a trigger. So what you want to do is we'll go ahead and minimize Kismet here. Come down here to our perspective viewport. We're going to right click on Bob, and we're going to choose Add Actor and choose Add Trigger. Okay. Now we want to position the trigger just on top of Bob here. Oops. Go ahead and put him somewhere there. Okay, that should be good. Now with this new trigger selected, we'll go ahead and bring up Kismet again. We're going to right click in the Kismet window. We're going to say New Event using Trigger 0 and choose Touch. Now holding the control key, you can move around these sequences within Kismet, so you can arrange them however you like and organize them in whichever fashion you want to do. Now, so this trigger that we've created here, what this does is whenever the player comes into contact with this trigger, it's going to signal UDK to play this matinee sequence that we've done. So it's going to animate Bob. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and connect this to the play node, and that should be it. Very good. And okay, and actually before we proceed and build the map, something I forgot to mention is we need to go ahead and give this interpolating actor collision, because when it came in he actually spawned with no collision, which would present a problem again when we try to stand on it. So we're going to go ahead and select Bob up here. We're going to right click and select Interp Actor Properties, and you're going to come up here to the Collision tab, and in this drop down menu you want to make sure that this collision type is set to Collide Block All. By default it will likely be on Collide No Collision. Just make sure that it's Collide Block All. Okay, now that we have that, we can go ahead and run a build all here. And we'll go ahead and let this take place. And Once this is finished, we'll go ahead and test out our map. Okay, very good. Right click here and select play from here. And we'll go ahead and hop up on Bob. And there you go. Bob's moving. Bob's animating. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I would like to thank the Guildhall at SMU for giving me the opportunity to learn from them and giving me the opportunity to perform this research project. Again, thank you all for watching, and if you like this video, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much.